Hello there, my dear friend. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Right now, in this very moment, you've made a beautiful choice to open your heart to something new, something that can truly transform the way you think and feel about money and abundance. I want you to know that wherever you are in your life, whatever financial situation you're facing, you are exactly where you need to be for your next step forward. Maybe you've been struggling with bills that seem to pile up faster than you can pay them. Perhaps you lie awake at night worrying about how you'll make ends meet. Or maybe you've been carrying the heavy weight of believing that money is somehow bad, or that wanting more makes you greedy or selfish. Or maybe you've been told so many times that money doesn't grow on trees, that you have to work hard for every penny, that there's never enough to go around. These thoughts and feelings are so common, and if they're living in your heart right now, I want you to know that you're not alone, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. What I've learned over all these years is that our relationship with money is really our relationship with ourselves. It's about how worthy we believe we are, how deserving we feel, and how much love we're willing to accept into our lives. You see, abundance isn't just about the numbers in your bank account. Abundance is a way of being, a way of thinking, a way of opening yourself up to receive all the good that life wants to give you. I know it might feel hard to believe right now, especially if you've been struggling financially. When we're worried about money, when we're stressed about paying bills or providing for our families, it can feel almost impossible to think about abundance. But here's what I want you to understand. Your current financial situation is not a reflection of your worth as a human being. It's simply a reflection of the thoughts and beliefs you've been carrying, many of which aren't even yours to begin with. The beautiful truth is that you have within you right now everything you need to begin changing your relationship with money. You don't need to wait until you have more education or more experience or until someone else gives you permission. You don't need to wait until you're older or younger or different in any way. You can begin right here, right now, with the simple act of speaking loving words to yourself about money and abundance. These 5 minutes we're going to spend together aren't just about saying pretty words. They're about planting new seeds in the garden of your mind. Every time you speak a loving affirmation about money, every time you choose a thought of abundance over a thought of lack, you're literally rewiring your brain. You're creating new pathways that will lead you toward the prosperity that is your birthright. Now, I want to talk with you about something that might feel a little uncomfortable at first, but it's so important for your healing and growth. Let's look gently at your relationship with money. Not to judge it or criticize it, but to understand it with love and compassion. Most of us learned about money when we were very young children. We absorbed beliefs about money from our families, our communities, our cultures, often before we even knew we were learning. Maybe you heard things like, money doesn't buy happiness, or rich people are greedy, or we can't afford that, or money is the root of all evil. Perhaps you watched your parents fight about money, or saw them stress and worry when bills arrived in the mail. These early experiences planted seeds in your young mind, and those seeds grew into beliefs that you've been carrying around ever since. But here's the wonderful thing. Just because you learned these beliefs doesn't mean they're true, and it certainly doesn't mean you have to keep them forever. Think about a garden for a moment. If you plant seeds of worry and fear, you'll grow worry and fear. If you plant seeds of lack and limitation, that's what will bloom in your life. But if you plant seeds of abundance and prosperity, if you tend them with love and care, they'll grow into a beautiful harvest of good things flowing into your life. Maybe you learned that you have to struggle for money, that it's hard to come by, that you have to work yourself to exhaustion to deserve it. Maybe you learned that money changes people, that having more than others makes you bad or selfish. Or maybe you learned that there's never enough, that you have to hold tight to what you have because it might disappear. These beliefs feel so real because you've been practicing them for so long, but they're not facts about money. They're just thoughts that have been repeated so many times they feel like truth. And the beautiful news is that any thought can be changed. Any belief that isn't serving you can be replaced with one that does. When we carry beliefs about not being worthy of money, or that money is bad, or that there's not enough to go around, we actually push abundance away from us. It's like holding up a big stop sign to the universe and saying, "No, thank you, I don't deserve good things." But that's not who you really are. You are a beautiful expression of life itself, and life wants to give you everything you need to thrive and flourish. Your body holds these beliefs about money too. When you think about your bills, when you worry about not having enough, when you stress about your financial future, your body responds. Your shoulders might tense up, your stomach might tighten, your breathing might become shallow, you might feel anxious or scared or overwhelmed. This is your body trying to protect you, but it's also creating a state where abundance can't easily flow to you. When we're in a state of fear or worry about money, our whole system contracts. We become focused on what we don't have, what might go wrong, what we're lacking. This contraction makes it very difficult to see opportunities, to take inspired action, or to receive the good that's trying to come to us. But when we shift our thoughts about money, when we begin to think thoughts of abundance and prosperity, something magical happens in our bodies. Our breathing deepens, our muscles relax, our hearts open. We move from contraction to expansion, from fear to love, from lack to abundance. In this expanded state, we become magnetic to good things. We start to notice opportunities we couldn't see before. We feel inspired to take action that moves us forward. Your nervous system doesn't know the difference between a real financial emergency and the story you tell yourself about money. If you're constantly thinking thoughts of lack and fear, your body stays in a state of stress, even when you're physically safe. This stress blocks your creativity, clouds your judgment, and makes it much harder to make good decisions about money. But when you practice thinking abundant thoughts, when you speak words of prosperity and appreciation, your nervous system relaxes. Your body remembers that you are safe, that you are provided for, that there is enough. From this place of peace and trust, you can think more clearly, act more wisely, and attract more abundance into your life. This is why the work we're doing together is so powerful. We're not just changing your thoughts about money, we're changing the way your entire being relates to abundance. We're creating a new foundation, a new way of being that naturally attracts prosperity and good fortune into your life. Now let's talk about something that might feel a little tender, but it's so important for your healing journey. It's time to gently release those old patterns around money that have been weighing you down. This isn't about beating yourself up for past financial decisions or blaming anyone for what you learned about money. This is about freeing yourself with love and compassion so that abundance can flow more easily into your life. Maybe you're carrying guilt about a financial mistake you made in the past. Perhaps you invested in something that didn't work out, or you spent money you didn't have, or you made a choice that led to financial difficulty. I want you to know that these experiences don't define you. They were simply learning opportunities, and you did the best you could with what you knew at the time. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful tools we have for releasing old money patterns. When we hold on to guilt, shame, or anger about past financial decisions, we keep ourselves stuck in those old energies. But when we forgive ourselves and others, we create space for something new and beautiful to emerge. Start by forgiving yourself for any financial mistakes you believe you've made. Place your hand on your heart and speak gently to yourself. I forgive myself for any financial decisions that didn't serve me. I was doing the best I could with what I knew then. I am learning and growing every day. Feel the relief that comes with letting go of that heavy burden you've been carrying. Then, extend that forgiveness to your family. Maybe your parents or grandparents passed down beliefs about money that have limited you. Maybe they were fearful about money because of their own experiences with poverty or loss. They weren't trying to hurt you. They were trying to protect you with what they knew. But their protection might have become your prison. You can love your family and still choose different beliefs about money. You can honor their experiences while creating your own relationship with abundance. Say to them in your heart, I love you and I forgive you. You did the best you could. Now I choose to create my own beliefs about money and abundance. Sometimes we carry money fears that don't even belong to us. We might be holding on to the financial trauma of our ancestors, the Depression-era fears of our grandparents, or the scarcity beliefs of our culture. These inherited patterns can feel so real, so much a part of us, but they're not ours to carry. Take a moment to imagine all those old family money fears as heavy stones you've been carrying in a backpack. One by one, gently take them out and set them down. You can say, these fears are not mine to carry. I release them with love and choose to create my own abundant reality. Feel how much lighter you become as you set down burdens that were never yours to begin with. Self-compassion is the fertile soil in which new abundance patterns can grow. When we're harsh with ourselves about money, when we criticize ourselves for not having more or for making mistakes, we create inner conflict that blocks prosperity. But when we treat ourselves with the same kindness we'd show a dear friend, we create the perfect conditions for financial growth and healing. Notice how you talk to yourself about money. Do you call yourself stupid for financial mistakes? Do you tell yourself you'll never have enough? Do you criticize yourself for wanting more? These harsh inner voices need to be replaced with gentle, loving ones. Begin speaking to yourself about money the way a loving parent would speak to a precious child. You're learning and growing. You deserve good things. You're worthy of abundance. You're doing better than you think. This self-compassion isn't just feel-good talk. It's creating the emotional safety your nervous system needs to allow abundance into your life. When you feel emotionally safe around money, when you trust yourself to make good decisions and handle whatever comes your way, you naturally begin to attract more prosperity. Your energy shifts from desperate and grabbing to confident and magnetic. You start making decisions from love instead of fear, and those decisions lead to much better outcomes. Creating this emotional safety takes time and practice. Be patient with yourself as you learn to release old patterns. Some days will feel easier than others, and that's perfectly natural. What matters is that you keep choosing love over fear, forgiveness over blame, and hope over despair. Let's move into the heart of our practice together, the beautiful, transformative power of prosperity affirmations. These aren't just positive thoughts or wishful thinking. These are powerful statements that, when practiced consistently with feeling and intention, actually rewire your brain and shift your entire relationship with money and abundance. Your 5-minute daily affirmation practice is like taking a vitamin for your prosperity consciousness. Just as you might take physical vitamins to support your body's health, these affirmations support the health of your money mindset. They feed your mind with thoughts of abundance, worthiness, and possibility. The key to making affirmations work is not just saying the words, but feeling them in your body and speaking them with conviction. When you say, I am worthy of abundance, don't just recite it like you're reading a grocery list. Feel what it would be like to truly believe that you deserve good things. Let that feeling fill your chest, expand your heart, and radiate through your entire being. Here are some of the most powerful prosperity affirmations you can practice. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. I am a magnet for abundance. I deserve to be financially free. There is more than enough for everyone, including me. I make decisions about money from love, not fear. My income is constantly increasing. I am grateful for all the abundance in my life. When you first begin practicing these affirmations, your mind might resist them. That old programming might say, "That's not true. You don't have money flowing easily. You're struggling." When this happens, don't fight with those thoughts. Simply acknowledge them gently and then return to your affirmations. You might say, "I hear you, old thoughts, but I'm choosing to think differently now." The resistance you feel is actually a good sign. It means you're touching the old beliefs that need to be changed. It's like cleaning out a closet. At first, everything looks messier as you pull things out, but eventually, you create a beautiful, organized space. Your mind is going through the same process. Consistency is more powerful than intensity when it comes to affirmations. It's better to spend 5 minutes every day speaking these loving words to yourself than to do an hour-long session once a week. Your subconscious mind learns through repetition, and daily practice creates lasting change more effectively than occasional intense efforts. Choose a time each day when you can be consistent with your affirmations. Maybe it's first thing in the morning before you get out of bed, or perhaps while you're getting ready for your day. Some people love to practice affirmations during their commute or while taking a walk. Find what works for you and stick with it. Remember that affirmations work best when you're in a state of appreciation and openness. Before you begin your practice, take a few deep breaths and think of something you're grateful for. This shifts your energy into a receptive state where the affirmations can really take root in your consciousness. Be patient with the process. You didn't develop your current money beliefs overnight, and they won't change overnight either. But with consistent, loving practice, you will begin to notice shifts in how you think and feel about money. You might find yourself feeling more hopeful, more confident, more open to possibilities. These are all signs that your prosperity consciousness is expanding. Now, let's explore one of the most powerful practices you can do to accelerate your abundance transformation: mirror work. This might feel a little uncomfortable at first, and that's perfectly normal. But I promise you, speaking your prosperity affirmations while looking into your own eyes is one of the fastest ways to create deep, lasting change in your relationship with money. There's something magical that happens when you look into your own eyes and speak words of love and abundance. You bypass all the mental chatter and speak directly to your soul. You make a commitment not just in your mind, but with your whole being. You begin to believe these truths about yourself at the deepest level. Find a mirror where you can comfortably see your face. It doesn't have to be a big mirror. Even a small hand mirror will work beautifully. Look into your own eyes with the same love and tenderness you'd show to a precious child. At first, you might feel silly or uncomfortable. You might want to look away or laugh. These are normal reactions, and they'll pass as you practice. Begin with simple statements. Hello, beautiful. I love you. You deserve good things. Notice what comes up for you when you say these words. Do you believe them? Do you feel resistance? Whatever you feel is perfect. There's no right or wrong way to do this practice. When you're ready, begin speaking your prosperity affirmations to your reflection. You are worthy of abundance. Money flows to you easily. You deserve to be financially free. Say each affirmation slowly with feeling while maintaining eye contact with yourself. If emotions come up, and they often do during mirror work, let them flow. Tears are often a sign of healing and release. Many people discover that they have a hard time saying loving things about money to themselves. This resistance shows you exactly where your healing work needs to focus. If you can't tell yourself that you deserve abundance while looking in your own eyes, how can you expect the universe to believe it? Start small if you need to. Maybe you begin with, I am open to receiving more good things in my life, or I am learning to love and value myself. As you become more comfortable with mirror work, you can move into more powerful affirmations about money and prosperity. Some days your mirror work will feel amazing, and other days it might feel challenging. Both experiences are valuable. When it feels good, you're reinforcing positive beliefs about yourself and money. When it feels difficult, you're uncovering beliefs that need healing. Either way, you're making progress. Practice your mirror work for just a few minutes each day. You might do it as part of your morning routine while you're getting ready, or perhaps in the evening before bed. The key is consistency, not duration. Even 2 or 3 minutes of heartfelt mirror work daily will create profound changes over time. As you continue this practice, you'll begin to notice that you naturally start treating yourself with more kindness and respect. You'll find it easier to make financial decisions that honor your worth. You'll become more comfortable receiving compliments, opportunities, and yes, money. You're literally loving yourself into a state of greater abundance. There's one practice that can transform your entire relationship with abundance faster than almost anything else, and it's something you can begin right this very moment. It's the beautiful practice of gratitude. Gratitude isn't just about saying thank you when something good happens. It's about recognizing and appreciating all the abundance that's already flowing in your life, even when it doesn't look like what you expected. You see, gratitude is like a magnet for more good things. When you focus on what you're grateful for, when you really feel appreciation in your heart, you're sending out a signal to the universe that says, more of this, please. You're aligning yourself with the energy of receiving, and the universe loves to give to those who appreciate what they already have. Right now, even if money feels tight, even if you're worried about your financial future, there is abundance all around you. Maybe it's the roof over your head tonight, or the fact that you have clean water to drink. Maybe it's the love of a friend, the warmth of sunshine on your face, or the simple miracle of your heart beating without you having to think about it. These are all forms of abundance, and when we acknowledge them, we open ourselves up to receive even more. Start each day by finding 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things or expensive things. Maybe you're grateful for your morning coffee, for a phone call from someone you love, or for the fact that your body carried you through another day. As you practice this daily gratitude, you'll begin to notice more and more good things in your life. What we focus on expands, and gratitude expands our awareness of all the blessings surrounding us. When it comes to money specifically, look for ways to appreciate what you do have rather than focusing on what you lack. Maybe you're grateful that you had enough money for lunch today, or that you were able to pay a bill, or that someone treated you to something nice. Maybe you're grateful for your ability to earn money, for your skills and talents, or for the fact that money exists as a tool to make life easier. Even when you're paying bills, you can transform that experience through gratitude. Instead of feeling resentful when you write a check for rent, you can feel grateful for the home that money provides. When you pay your electric bill, you can appreciate the lights and appliances that make your life comfortable. This shift in perspective changes everything. You're no longer a victim of your bills. You're a grateful participant in an exchange of energy. Gratitude also helps you recognize abundance in forms you might not have noticed before. Maybe someone offers to buy you lunch, or you find a $20 bill in an old jacket pocket, or you receive an unexpected refund. These are all signs that abundance is flowing to you, even if it's not in the exact way you expected. When you notice and appreciate these gifts, you invite more of them into your life. Create little gratitude moments throughout your day. When you find a good parking spot, say, "Thank you." When someone smiles at you, feel grateful for that connection. When you have enough food for dinner, acknowledge that abundance. These small moments of appreciation add up to create a completely different relationship with life and money. Keep a gratitude journal specifically for abundance. Each evening, write down at least 3 things you're grateful for that relate to money or abundance. Maybe you're grateful for a compliment you received, for work that provides income, for a friend who shared something with you, or for your ability to be generous with others. As you fill page after page with appreciation, you're literally rewiring your brain to notice abundance everywhere. Now, as your relationship with money begins to shift through affirmations, forgiveness, and gratitude, it's time to talk about taking action in the world. But this isn't about forcing or pushing or struggling to make things happen. This is about learning to take inspired action from a place of love and trust rather than fear and desperation. When we act from fear around money, we make decisions that often don't serve us. We might take a job we hate because we're desperate for income. We might make poor investment choices because we're afraid of missing out. We might spend money we don't have because we're trying to fill an emotional void. These fear-based actions usually lead to more problems and more fear. But when we act from love and trust, when we make financial decisions from a centered, abundant place, everything changes. We choose opportunities that align with our values and our growth. We invest in ourselves and our future. We spend money consciously and joyfully. We create and contribute from our hearts rather than just trying to get what we can. The key is learning to distinguish between fear-based impulses and love-based inspiration. Fear-based action feels urgent, desperate, and contracted. You feel like you have to do something right now or something terrible will happen. Your body feels tense, your breathing is shallow, and you can't think clearly. Love-based action feels expansive, exciting, and aligned. You feel drawn towards something because it feels right and good. Your body feels relaxed and energized at the same time. You can breathe deeply and think clearly. You feel confident and capable. Before making any financial decision, take a moment to check in with yourself. Are you acting from fear or from love? Are you trying to avoid something bad or move towards something good? Are you contracting or expanding? These simple questions can help you make much better choices about money. Trust your inner wisdom when it comes to financial decisions. You have an inner guidance system that knows what's right for you. When you quiet your mind, breathe deeply, and listen to your heart, you'll receive guidance about which opportunities to pursue, which investments to make, which jobs to take. This inner wisdom is always available to you, and it's much more reliable than following what everyone else is doing or what seems like the safe choice. Sometimes taking inspired action means saying no to opportunities that don't feel right, even if they seem good on paper. Sometimes it means investing in yourself or your education even when money is tight. Sometimes it means starting a business or changing careers or moving to a new place. Trust yourself to know what's right for you. Action from love also includes being generous and kind with money when you feel moved to do so. This doesn't mean giving away money you need for essentials, but it does mean staying open to opportunities to share your abundance with others. When you tip generously, donate to causes you care about, or help someone in need, you're affirming that there's enough money to go around and that you're part of the flow of abundance. As you begin to transform your relationship with money, you need to be prepared for the fact that growth isn't always a smooth, upward path. Sometimes old fears will resurface. Sometimes you'll have setbacks that challenge your new beliefs about abundance. This is completely normal and natural. And it doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong or that the work isn't effective. Think of your abundance journey like learning to ride a bicycle. At first, you wobble and maybe fall down a few times. That doesn't mean you're not learning. It means you're in the process of developing a new skill. Each time you get back on the bike, you're a little more steady, a little more confident. Eventually, riding becomes natural and effortless. When old money fears come up, when you find yourself worrying about bills or feeling anxious about your financial future, treat yourself with compassion. Don't judge yourself for having these feelings or tell yourself you should be past this by now. Instead, acknowledge that this is part of the healing process. You might say to yourself, "Oh, there's that old fear again. I understand why it's here. It's trying to protect me, but I don't need this protection anymore. I'm safe, and I'm learning new ways to think about money." Then gently return to your affirmations, your gratitude practice, or whatever tool feels most supportive in that moment. Sometimes setbacks come in the form of actual financial challenges, an unexpected bill, a job loss, a medical expense. When these things happen, it's easy to think that your abundance work isn't working or that you've done something wrong. But these challenges aren't signs of failure. They're opportunities to practice your new tools and beliefs under pressure. During difficult financial times, return to your foundations. Keep up with your affirmations, even if they feel harder to believe. Continue your gratitude practice, looking for any small thing you can appreciate. Trust that this challenge is temporary and that it's actually strengthening your abundance muscles. Use setbacks as information about where you might need to do more healing work. Maybe a financial crisis brings up childhood fears about not having enough. Maybe a job loss triggers beliefs about not being good enough. These are gifts of awareness, showing you exactly where to focus your healing energy next. Remember that every successful person has faced financial challenges. What makes the difference is how you respond to those challenges. Do you use them as proof that life is hard and money is scarce? Or do you use them as opportunities to grow stronger, wiser, and more compassionate? The choice is always yours. Stay connected to your support system during challenging times. Reach out to friends who believe in abundance. Read books or listen to recordings that reinforce positive beliefs about money. Surround yourself with people and resources that remind you of your worthiness and capability. Most importantly, never give up on yourself. You are so much more resilient and resourceful than you know. Every challenge you've faced has made you stronger. Every setback has taught you something valuable. You have everything within you right now to create the abundant life you desire. As we come to the close of our time together, I want you to know that today marks a beautiful new beginning in your relationship with money and abundance. You've taken a courageous step by opening your heart to new possibilities, by being willing to examine old beliefs and plant new seeds of prosperity in your mind. The work you're doing isn't just about having more money, though that may certainly be one of the beautiful results. You're learning to love and value yourself more deeply. You're discovering that you're worthy of all good things simply because you exist. You're remembering that abundance is your natural state and that prosperity flows easily when you're aligned with love rather than fear. Change takes time, dear one, and healing happens in layers. Be patient and gentle with yourself as you continue this journey. Some days you'll feel excited and confident about your financial future. Other days might feel more challenging as old patterns surface to be healed. Both types of days are part of your growth and both are valuable. Remember that every time you choose an abundant thought over a lacking thought, every time you speak lovingly to yourself about money, every time you act from love instead of fear, you're creating positive change. These small daily choices add up to transform your entire life experience. Your prosperity consciousness is like a garden that you're tending with love and care. You've planted beautiful seeds of abundance, forgiveness, gratitude, and self-love. Now trust the process as those seeds take root and begin to grow. Water them daily with your affirmations and kind self-talk. Give them sunlight through your gratitude and appreciation. Soon you'll see the first green shoots of new abundance sprouting in your life. You are so much more powerful than you realize. You have the ability to create positive change in your life through the thoughts you think and the words you speak. You are worthy of prosperity, deserving of abundance, and capable of creating a life that feels rich in every way that matters to you. I believe in you completely. I believe in your ability to heal old wounds around money. I believe in your capacity to create new patterns of abundance. I believe that you deserve all the good things life has to offer. Most importantly, I believe that as you continue this beautiful work of loving yourself and changing your relationship with money, you'll discover that you believed in yourself all along. The universe is conspiring to help you succeed. Life wants to give you everything you need to thrive. Your job is simply to keep your heart open, to practice these tools with consistency and love, and to trust that your abundance is already on its way to you. Take a deep breath and feel the excitement of all the possibilities ahead of you. Your journey with money and abundance has just begun, and it's going to be beautiful. You are ready. You are worthy. You are enough. And prosperity is your birthright. From my heart to yours, I send you all my love and my absolute belief in your success. Go forth and create the abundant, joyful life you came here to live. You deserve nothing less than everything wonderful.